Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia with breaking news for Explain America. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're supporting Donald Trump in 2024, please hit that join button. These little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Guys, we have breaking news from Donald Trump after the other breaking news. Joe Biden, if you haven't heard, and I'm sure you have, has dropped out of the presidential race. We kind of saw this coming. If you follow this channel, I called it here. I knew this was coming. Not to say I told you so, but I told you so. Now what happens? Well, Joe Biden has endorsed Kamala Harris. The very likely scenario here is that Kamala Harris will be the Democrat nominee. I expect she will not be challenged, and if she is, it won't be by anybody too serious. Just somebody trying to make a national name for themselves. How I see it happening is Kamala Harris polls slightly higher on popularity than canker sores. This is, to me, I believe the Democrats are punting until 2028. I believe they know Kamala Harris, unless they do something tricky, I think they know Kamala Harris doesn't have much of a chance. And I think that Donald Trump knows this as well, which is why he just released a statement to CNN and then another statement on his own. And I want you to hear those, and I want you guys to let me know what you think about it in the comments.
I totally get it. And we're going to come back to you for more reaction in just a moment. I want to get to CNN anchor Caitlin Collins in New York. Caitlin, you have some exclusive reaction from the former president and Biden's rival in this race, Donald Trump.
Yeah, Alex, I spoke with former President Trump minutes after President Biden tweeted that he is that he is exiting the 2024 race. Obviously, this has been something that the Trump team has been singularly focused on over the last week, as those calls for Biden to get out of the race did not dissipate. I was told he was tracking this even from the Republican convention while he was focusing on who was speaking when, his own speech that last Thursday night. He was still tracking these efforts, Alex, and he told me in a quote, and I'm quoting the former president now, he said, referencing Biden, "He is the worst president in the history of our country. He goes down as the single worst president by far in the history of our country." But what I pressed him on, Alex, and obviously what's important here is what this means for him and for his campaign. He told me that he believes that Vice President Harris will be easier to beat than Joe Biden would have been. Obviously, we don't know that she is going to be the nominee. Obviously, Biden has endorsed her, but there is a real question among Democrats over what that's going to look like. And also, I should note that Trump's team has been so worried about this exact situation. They wanted President Biden to stay in this race because they looked at the numbers that we were all looking at, that Democrats were all looking at, and they thought that essentially that he would fare better against President Biden in this race, given that debate performance, given what this looks like. This does, as Jeff said, inject a huge amount of uncertainty in this race. We don't know what it means. It's not clear what it means for the Trump team. They are going to be looking at this closely and following that as well. But it is a notable response from Donald Trump, who now has a big question of who it is he's going to be challenging for the presidency come November.
And Caitlin, game this out for us in terms of what we could expect to see in the coming hours, in terms of responses from those party elders, in terms of the boost in fundraising that Bakari was just talking about, and what the campaign trail is going to be looking like in those next few weeks